Hi, in this video, I will tell you 5 things you have to consider before choosing a plugins that some people may skip this step. If this video gave you value, don't hesitate to give this video a thumbs up and also click the subscribe button and notification on so that you will never miss our new videos. If you are a WordPress developer, then you might be know about WordPress plugins. Before we jump into the main topic, I want to know how did you guys usually choose your plugins? Did you choose it with a thought that it might be useful? Did you choose because it looks pretty visually so it will make your site look beautiful? Or did you choose because you thought you will need it? Some of you may be still doing it like that, but did you know that using the wrong plugins can affect your website performance? It can slow your website down or even break it altogether. It also can prevent your site from growing, it can affect your SEO, and many more. Then how to prevent that? You have to always consider everything before using a plugin. And what's the things that you have to consider? Here are 5 things you have to consider before choosing a plugin. Okay, here's the first one. The first one is think about the security. An obvious way for hackers to install malicious code that can lead to hacking or related activities is through plugins. WordPress evaluates and checks site plugins, but similar plugins on external sites may not be checked for malware. It is recommended to download free plugins strictly from the WordPress repository to ensure safety. Even though there are hundreds of websites that offer free premium WordPress plugins, downloading files from these sites expose your website, your data, and your users to high security risks. So again, download free plugins only from WordPress repository. Okay, the second one is to check the ratings, reviews, and active installation. The suitability of a plugin can be checked based on the reviews and ratings given by users. You can see the plugin rating in the sidebar of the plugin page. Click on the rating bar to see the reviews as well. These 2 elements will help you understand how the plugins works. Try to avoid plugins with 2 or 3 ratings, as most of the time it is an indication of complication that you may face while using the plugins. Even a plugin may sound good to you, we strongly recommend that you have to always check the number of active installation before placing it on your website. Since WordPress is an open source platform, the number of active installs will help you understand if your plugin is working properly or not. But also, you have to take note of this. There are some new plugins that also good but still have a low number of ratings and active installation. So for this case, you can use YouTube to search about some reviews about these plugins because I think some of that might be on YouTube. Okay, so the third one is to examine the support page. In the plugin folder, each entry has a support section in the sidebar of the plugin page. This is the page where users can get in touch with the developers of a plugins and relieve any doubts about the functionality of the plugins. This gives you a quick summary of the number of support threads open for a particular plugins in the past 2 months. If you really like the plugin, you can find most of the threads with the solved tag. However, if a plugin has a lot of unresolved threads and the developer hasn't responded to them in the last few months, it could indicate that they are no longer interested in keeping the plugin active. The plugin may still work for you, but may not be supported in the future. Okay, the fourth one is you have to ask yourself, is this plugin really necessary or not? You shouldn't install a plugin until it is absolutely necessary. Installing many plugins increases the chance of an error and takes a long time to discover which plugin is causing the error. Remove the ones you don't use and upgrade as often as possible so you don't make mistakes. As mentioned earlier, plugins play a crucial role in making WordPress a great CMS. But that doesn't mean you have to rely on every plugin on the market. It is important to choose a plugin based on your situation and needs such as traffic, products, or services. So, think carefully about the features you are looking for. As explained above, once you've learned a few basics to consider when choosing a plugins, you're ready to install those plugins on your site. Okay, the fifth thing, or the last thing, you have to choose the best plugins. This is the first and the last thing that you have to actually consider before choosing a plugins. After observe at some criteria, you have to know what's the best plugins for your site. If you need a call to action button, as I said in the previous video, you can choose a plugin called Floating Awesome Button. It is a customizable stickation button that can help you do various things like adding call to action, scroll to top, display custom pop-up, like blocks, shortcuts, widgets, links, and many more. I recommended it in the last video too, by the way, so make sure to check them out. After you choose the best plugin, and always keep them updated, your site's performance will grow immediately. Okay, so that's all from me. Don't forget to always consider before choosing a plugins. Even though you might don't know whether the action you do makes a better performance or even a low performance, but we'll see. I hope that everything went well for your site. Anyways, if you have any question, you can write it in the comment section below. Feel free to ask, by the way. Thank you for watching. I will see you in another video. Bye!